Read on for all the latest Round 15 Super Rugby team news. Crusaders v Hurricanes in Christchurch, Friday 5:35 p.m. AESTThe Crusaders will be without captain Sam Whitelock and key midfielder Ryan Crotty for Friday's top-of-the-table clash with the Hurricanes. Both Whitelock and Crotty have been ruled out after experiencing concussion symptoms, with youngster Quinten Strange getting another start in the second row and veteran Tim Bateman stepping in for Crotty. The Crusaders are also without three All Blacks props in Joe Moody, Owen Franks both suspended, and Tim Perry, who was injured at a national training camp this week. Crusaders coach Scott Robertson still has the luxury of calling on Wyatt Crockett and Michael Olatawat to start the match. Another test forward, Luke Romano, has been named on the bench after recovering from injury. Defending champion Crusaders lead the Super Rugby standings by 1 point from the Hurricanes, who have a game in hand. New podcast. Waratahs and Wallabies halfback Nick Phipps joins the crew to talk about his roller coaster season and the drought-busting win over the Highlanders. Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes by clicking here. Crusaders captain Sam Whitelock has been ruled out with concussion. Source: of Hurricanes coach Chris Boyd, meanwhile, has his own injury concerns with lock VAEA feet at shoulder, center Matt Proctor, sternum, and number 8 Gareth Evans, ankle, all ruled out. All Blacks fullback Jordie Barrett will shift to outside center. Michael Fatialofa is fit to partner Sam Lowsey at lock, while Blade Thompson will start at the back of the scrum alongside captain Brad Shields. Hawke's Bay back Jonah Lowe is in line to make his Hurricanes debut after being named on the bench. Crusaders, 15-1, David Havila, Seta Tamanavalu, Jack Goodhue, Tim Bateman, George Bridge, Richie Mo'unga, Bryn Hall, Jordan Taufua, Matt Todd, C. Hayden Bedwell Curtis, Quinten Strange, Scott Barrett, Michael Olatawat, Cody Taylor, Wyatt Crockett reserves, Andrew Macaleo, Chris King, Donald Brighouse, Luke Romano, Pete Samu, Mitchell Drummond, Mitch Hunt, Braden Enor. Hurricanes, 15-1, Nihi Milner Scudder, Julian Sevilla, Jordie Barrett, Nani Laumape, Ben Lamb, Bowden Barrett, TJ Perinara, Blade Thompson, Artie Sevilla, Brad Shields, C. Sam Lowsey, Michael Fatialofa, Jeff Tumaga Allen, Ricky Ricci Telly, Toby Smith reserves, James O'Reilly, Chris Eves, Ben May, Murray Douglas, Reed Princep, Finley Christie, Ihia West, Jonah Lowe referee, Angus Gardner, House, venue, AMI Stadium. Live stream the Australia v Ireland June Rugby Series on Fox Sports. Sign up now. Greater than Parker Nails game winner 038 Rebels vs UNWOL VES in Melbourne, Friday 7:45 p.m. Astrice Hodge has been named in the number 10 jersey, while Wallabies Dane Haylett-Petty and Jordan Ulis both returned from injury in the Rebels side to host the Sun Wolves on Friday. Regular 5/8 Jack de Brezeni has dropped out of the squad entirely as Rebels coach Dave Wessels instead tasks Hodge with chief playmaking duties. Utility back Hodge played 5/8 throughout his school career and also started at number 10 for the Wallabies against Japan last year. Michael Cheika's 5/8 options are slim behind starter Bernard Foley, and the test coach will also be heartened by the return from injury of Wallabies Haylett-Petty and Jordan Ulis. Haylett-Petty will start at fullback after he suffered a bulged disc in his neck against the Bulls in Pretoria a month ago. Ulis, in contention to be the Wallabies starting hooker against Ireland next month, is set to return off the bench after injuring his arm in the same game. Uncapped prop Tonfai Mosley and 5/8 Taylor Adams are also in line to earn Super Rugby debuts off the bench. Halfback Will Genia remains sidelined with injury. Jack is one of only 2 players to have started every game for us, and he's played almost every minute too. Wessel said, "It's also a reward for Reece when he did move into that position. He brings a nice physical presence to us, particularly in defense in that role, and also a fair bit of experience. It's good to have Dane back in the starting 15. He's a real leader in the group and everyone will take confidence from having him around. It's a critical game for us, so we're looking forward to putting on a display that Melbourne people can be proud of." Meanwhile, the Sunwolves have been forced into making a whopping 11 changes to their starting 15 from the side that beat the Stormers in Hong Kong. Japan national team players are unavailable as they are preparing for next month's tests against Italy and Georgia. Tony Brown will coach the side in Melbourne while Jamie Joseph runs the national camp in Japan. Former Highlanders prop Craig Miller will captain the Sunwolves. Rebels, 15-1, Dane Haylett Petty, Jack Maddox, Tom English, Billy Meeks, Marika Koroibete, Reece Hodge, Michael Ruru, Amanaki Maffey, Colby Fangas, Angus Cottrell, Adam Coleman, Matt Phillip, Sam Talagai, Anaru Rengi, Ferretti Sagara serves, Jordan Eulis, Ben Daly, Konfai Mosley, Jeff Parling, Lopeti Tamani, Harrison Dard, Taylor Adams, Sefa Naivela Sunwolves, 15-1, Jason Emery, Lamana Lamiki, Michael Little, Ryoto Nakamura, Jose Samaki, Hayden Parker, Keisuke Uchida, Ed Quirk, Shunsuke Nuno Maki, Grant Hadding, Shinya Makabe, James Moore, Jiwon Koo, Jabba Breg Vedza, Craig Miller, Reserves, Atsushi Sakate, Keita Inagaki, Henkus Van Wyck, Sam Wykes, Raboni Warren Baseako, Keita Shigeno, Harumichi Tadakawa, Semi-C Masire Warreferee, Federico Anselmi, Arc Venue, AAMI Park. Jaguares winger Sebastian Cancelier scores a try against the Bulls in Buenos Aires. Source: AFPJAGUARESV. Sharks in Buenos Aires, Saturday 5:40 a.m. Jaguares coach Mario Ledesma has made just one change to his informed starting lineup from the one that toweled the Bulls 54-24 last weekend. Winger Ramiro Moyano replaces Sebastian Cancelier on the left flank as the Argentinian club goes in search of its sixth straight victory. Sharks coach Robert Dupreez, meanwhile, has had the luxury of naming an unchanged starting lineup from the one that edged the Chiefs 28-24 last weekend. It is a crucial game for both sides, with the Jaguares, 29 points, in second place in the South African Conference, 1 point clear of the third-placed Sharks. The Jaguares are a full-blown international team, so this is a test team we will be facing, Dupreez said. They have sorted out their problems with discipline and have been playing some great rugby. Jaguares, 15-1, Emiliano Boffelli, Bautista Delgado, Matias Orlando, Geronimo de la Fuente, Ramiro Moyano, Nicolas Sanchez, Gonzalo Bertorno, Javier Ortega Dizio, Marcos Kramer, Tomas Lozana, Tomas Lavanini, Guido Petty, Nahuel Teres Caparo, Agustin Creevy, Santiago Garcia Botera reserves, Julian Montoya, Javier Diaz, Santiago Medrano, Matias Alemano, Juan Manuel Leguizamón, Martin Landajo, Bautista Easy Currit, Juan Cruz Malia. Sharks, 15-1, Kerwin Bosch, SBUN Kosi, Lucanio Am, Andreas Terhuizen, Kawazi Mvovo, Robert Dupreez, Louis Schroeder, Daniel Dupreez, Jean-Luc Dupreez, Philip van der Walt, Ruan Botha, Tyler Paul, Thomas Dutoit, Acker van der Merwe, Tendai Mountawera reserves, Franco Mir, Juan Schumann, Ross Geldenhuis, Stefan Louise, Jacques Vermeulen, Cameron Wright, Marius Lute, Makazoel Mapimpi referee, Williams, NZ, venue, Jose Amalfitani Stadium. When Pelota now laid out Kane 0-15 Chiefs BWARATAHS in Hamilton, Saturday 5:35 p.m. Chiefs coach Colin Cooper has made 7 changes to his starting lineup to host the Waratahs after his All Blacks were unavailable for last weekend's loss to the Sharks. Test stars Brodie Retallick, Damian McKenzie, Anton Leinart, Brown and Nathan Harris are all recalled to the starting lineup. Thought the Chiefs remain without their inspirational co-captain Sam Cane, who is battling an abdominal injury. The team have traveled back from South Africa well, and brought 5 points back, which we are pretty happy about, Cooper said. Now it's about getting ready for a tough Waratahs match. They have really shown against New Zealand opposition. what their attack can do, so we are doing a lot of work defensively to stop the Waratahs and their attack play. Recovery is key. We felt there were some inaccuracies in our attack flow in our previous game and we will look to execute better this weekend. Meanwhile, Waratahs coach Daryl Gibson has made just one change to his starting lineup, with Nick Phipps replacing Jake Gordon in another halfback rotation. On the bench, prop Paddy Ryan and loose forward Brad Wilkin replaced Sham Beckler VUI and Ryan McCauley, respectively. Adding spice to the contest is the inclusion in the Chiefs lineup of halfback Brad Weber, who was among the first players to publicly criticize Israel Folau for his critical stance on homosexuality. Gibson said Weber was entitled to his opinion but believed it wouldn't make a dent on Folau's electric form, just as the public maelstrom surrounding him somehow hadn't. It has been extraordinary, Gibson said. His performances over the last 3 weeks have been outstanding. It's probably some of the best rugby he's played. It's remarkable, the mental strength. Gibson said it was so obvious how crucial Folau was to the Waratahs' attacking game that he wouldn't waste time hiding it. He said the Chiefs could expect Folau to be a target of cross kicks, where his height and athleticism were proving a potent weapon. That's something we are still committed to doing. We see it as a point of difference, Gibson said. We've got the best aerial guy in the world and we want to trouble teams with that tactic, and that's something we continue to try to evolve. You either put the man wide to defend him, which opens up the middle, or you don't. Chiefs, 15-1, Solomon Alaimalo, Tony Pulu, Anton Leinart Brown, Charlie Natai, C, Sean Wainui, Damian McKenzie, Brad Weber, Liam Messam, Mitch Karpik, Luke Jacobson, Michael Allardyce, Brody Retallick, Angus Talavo, Nathan Harris, Carl Tuanaku off reserves, Sam Asoni Tauke Aho, Sam Prattley, Jeff Waits, Jesse Perrett, Matt Matic, Te Toroet Tahurio Rangi, Marty McKenzie, Sean Stevenson. Where it is, 15-1, Israel Folau, Cam Clark, Curtis Rona, Curly Beale, Takeleni Harivoro, Bernard Foley, Nick Phipps, Michael Wells, Michael Hooper, C, Will Miller, Rob Simmons, Tom Staniforth, Sakope Kepu, Damian Fitzpatrick, Tom Robertson reserves, Tolu Latu, Harry Johnson Holmes, Paddy Ryan, Jed Halloway, Brad Wilkin, Jake Gordon, Lalakai Fogetti, Bryce Haggerty referee, Glenn Jackson, NZ, venue, FMG Stadium Tongan Thor at his best. 024 Reds v Highlanders in Brisbane, Saturday 7:45 p.m. AESTA Shaken Reds outfit will field one of the youngest lock pairings in Super Rugby history against the Highlanders. The team announcement came less than an hour after news that veteran Reds prop James Slipper had been suspended by Rugby Australia for cocaine use. Slipper's second positive test has resulted in a 2-month ban and explains his absence from last week's team, who lost 38-34 to the Hurricanes in Wellington. That performance prompted former Highlanders and All Blacks lock Thorne to keep his team largely intact. However, he says the time is right to unite 19-year-old Harry Hawkins with 4-test veteran Isaac Rada, 2 years his senior. A standout Australian age group performer, Hawkins will make his maiden Super Rugby start in Saturday's match in Brisbane, relegating Wallaby Kane Douglas to the bench. Thorne said the 206cm Hawkins had done everything right in 8 bench appearances since his debut in round 3. Kane had a good game last week and he has been in strong form, but we felt the time was right to give Harry an opportunity to start. Thorne said, he has been making great strides in his development and this is the next step for him. Slipper fails second drug test for 13. One other starting change is Isaiah Parazi's restoration to the wing in place of Filippo Daunu. Flanker Caleb Tamu has shaken off an ankle injury and returns on a bench featuring 6 forwards. The Highlanders team is considerably weakened from that hammered 41-12 by the Waratahs last week. All Blacks squad members Ben Smith, Luke Whitelock, Shannon Frizzell and Liam Coltman are not included, while brilliant number 9 Aaron Smith is on the bench as the workload of the team's test contingent is managed. Smith's absence means 20-year-old Josh McKay will make a high-pressure Super Rugby debut at fullback. Blockbusting All Blacks loose forward Liam Squire returns after 2 months spent recovering from a thumb injury. Alongside him on the bench is utility back Richard Buckman, who is yet to play this year because of a neck complaint. The Highlanders will also be without head coach Aaron Mauger, who has returned to New Zealand for family reasons. Assistant coach Mark Hammett will take the reins. Reds, 15-1, Hamish Stewart, Isaiah Parise, Samu Kerevi, Duncan Paywa, Jordan Pettia, John O'Lance, Ben Lucas, Scott Higginbotham, C. George Smith, Angus Scott Young, Harry Hawkins, Isaac Rada, Taniela Teppo, Brendan Pangamosa, J.P. Smith Reserves, Andrew Reddy, SEF Fagaze, Ruan Smith, Kane Douglas, Caleb Timu, Liam Wright, Moses Sarovi, 8-2 Highlanders, 15-1, Josh McKay, Waisaki Naholo, Rob Thompson, Taiho Rangi Walden, Tavita Lee, Lima Sopoaga, Kane Hamilton, Marina Mikhaile Tuu, Dylan Hunt, James Lentiez, Tom Franklin, Jackson Himopo, Tyrell Lomax, Ash Dixon, C. Daniel Leinert, Brown Reserves, Greg Pleasance, Tate, Aki Siuli, Kalolo Tuiloma, Josh Dixon, Liam Squire, Aaron Smith, Josh Owain, Richard Buckman Referee, Ross Arasapenge, Saw, Venue, Suncorp Stadium Arnold Send-Off Duds, Brumbies 159 Bulls v Brumbies in Pretoria, Saturday 11:05 p.m. AESTBULLS TBC, Brumbies, TBC, Referee, Marius van der Westhuizen, Saw, Venue, Loftus-Versfeld Former Box Storms off TV show 047, Stormers v Lions in Cape Town, Sunday 1:15 a.m. AESTSTORMERS TBC, Lions TBC, Referee, Nick Bryant, NZ, Venue, Newlands Fight Blues.